Listen to this next story. Victims of alleged atrocities committed by members of the British Army Training Unit in Samburu County told a parliamentary committee investigating the alleged crimes that they have been left with permanent scars emanating from sexual abuse, including rape. Now, the victims, mostly women who had children who were born as a result of these sexual ordeals, say they continue to suffer neglect and trauma and demand a speedy investigation for justice to prevail. Let's get more from our very own Seth Olale.
28-year-old Jenerika Namoru is with a child who she bore 5 years ago. Jenerika and her 5-year-old child are among victims of alleged sexual abuse from members of the British Army Training Unit in Samburu.
Alikuwa anasema ati atakuja, acha retire army, atakuja sasa tuchukue hivyo. Lakini hiyo ikakuwa ni uongo wake.
Huyu msichana alikuwa akifanya kazi kwa British Army, alikuwa anaenda kufanya kibarua, lakini kwa maisha ya kawaida, kwa bahati mbaya, msichana aliweza kupata mimba ya mzungu huyu. Na alipopata huyo mimba, tuliweza kuja kujua baadaye, lakini wakati tumejaribu kufuatilia, tunafuatilia mzungu ambaye yako ngambo. Mzungu tayari ameshaenda ngambo. So tuliongoja mpaka wakati alipojifungua, akajifungua mtoto ambaye ni mzungu. Na alipojifungua huyu mtoto ambaye ni mzungu, hakuna vile tungefanya, ni kungangana naye. Kwa hivyo tuliweza kungangana na mambo hii mtoto.
Attempts by Jenerika Namoru to seek help from the British Army Training Unit in Samburu County has not bore fruit.
Pata msaada because ile ofisi naenda ninafukuzwa, ninaambiwa hapa huwezi pata msaada. So inabidi nijikakamue mimi na makibarua yangu ili niweze kukaa na mtoto vizuri. Unajua mtoto ni mzungu. Unakuja hata unakuta marafiki wanakucheka. Kuna mtoto mzungu na unahangaika. Sasa pia inaniumanga sometimes. Nikuvumilia tu.
17-year-old Naomi, not her real name, is another victim of alleged sexual abuse.
I don't know my father. I actually don't know my father, who is my father, and would like to know who is my father. Life has become a challenge. School fees, going to school is a challenge. Food at home. I have no home to stay, like a house. I rent. So looking for rent is so hard.
Having been abandoned at a tender age, she doesn't know her real parents and has been brought up by the community.
Yeah, that's how life has become since my mother passed and since I don't know who is my father.
The parliamentary committee investigating the alleged atrocities, promising victims that they will pursue the alleged perpetrators to ensure justice is done to the mothers and their abandoned children.
Sisi tutaweza kuwaita Batuk. Wakati tutaita Batuk, wale wazazi, wale wajeshi kama huyo ambao tayari wamerudi na waliweza kuzalisha watoto sehemu hii, tutawambia Batuk lazima watafute ili pia hao waweze kukuja kumiliki watoto ambao waliwacha hapa nyumbani. Na pia katika kikao ambao tutafanya sio Batuk peke yake, tutafanya kikao na Nema, tutafanya kikao na Attorney General.
The alleged atrocities committed to residents here in Samburu and Laikipia County date back to pre-colonial era, and now residents here want action be taken swiftly. Seth Olale, Citizen TV, Doldol, Laikipia.
They interfere militarily. They ensure that you in the military are trained in Sandhurst, are trained in West Point, so they affect your mind. It is no longer just Europe. There is a new scramble for Africa. The Chinese are here. The Turks are here. The Qataris are here. All of them are coming back. And the military bases that you see here is telling you that if you don't behave, we are going to use force. Sometimes I wish, and I'm saying this seriously, that we too had a nuclear weapon because that is what Europe and America understands. The impact of European and American and Russian and Chinese interference is a raw wound. It is not something that is in the past. It is something that is happening as we speak. And therefore, when we speak to it, we are speaking to it to warn ourselves of the reality. When we speak about the Danidas and the NGOs, these are bodies whose raison d'etre is to ensure that we remain in a perpetual state of begging. That is what we are doing, to warn ourselves. And we are not for 1 minute saying that we will shut ourselves out from the rest of the world. What we are saying is that we must define how we engage with the whole world. And we are saying that as individual countries, we are weak, and the rest of the world wants to operate and to deal with us in our weak state. The United States of America are dealing with Rwanda on second-hand clothing. Rwanda cannot resist them. Burundi cannot. Kenya cannot. Uganda cannot. But if we are East Africa with a population of 300 million, we can. If we are SADC, we can. If we are ECOWAS, we can. So this is what we are saying. And we are saying further that going forward, we must also recognize our internal weaknesses. And what is our weaknesses? Chinua Achebe said it very well. The problem of Africa is simply and squarely one of political leadership. The rank of many political leaders in Africa are thieves. Let's call them by their name. They are thieves. They are individuals who are not interested in the interest of this country, and as long as we continue electing such individuals into positions of power across Africa, they are going to be manipulated. What then is the responsibility of the citizenry? The responsibility of the citizenry is to make demands. The chairman here, I hope he